Hey guys, it's David here, and it's currently day 130. I hope you guys had an amazing day, and I do hope you guys are doing better than yesterday. But I am finally back at my own house, back at my family's house actually, and yeah, I'm just glad I'm back because the road trip, the camping trip, it's just been a drag. It's just been a drag for me, even though it's only been one day. That day felt like almost a whole week. It's just too long for me. Like going outdoors, especially, I am not an outdoorsy person, especially sleeping in the tent, especially sleeping next to the ocean, which, although it was a good time, I still wouldn't go out personally. If it was my decision, I would not go out in a 4 hour road trip to go to this amazing view spot and just camp. Like, don't get me wrong, it's amazing, but yeah, I still despise camping. But apart from that, guys, today nothing really much has been happening. Matter of fact, for the past 2 days, nothing much has been happening. I pretty much allow myself to become distracted, not being focused, and therefore I haven't accomplished much. I haven't moved forward with my life. However, I have been reading some different books. I finished reading Why That Way, so I got off the personality. I kind of understood my own personality more and understand my family's personality and the people who I come in contact, which will invariably help me deal and understand people better. But at the moment, I'm going to revisit Atomic Habits because I do believe that I have allowed some of my habits to slide and I have allowed a lot of bad habits to creep back into my life, which is something I do not want to happen. I'm very cautious about that. So, to be extra prudent, I'm going to revisit that book and kind of just re establish my life, kind of understand where I am at with myself at the moment and understand what techniques and what principles I can add into my life to eliminate or just stop or give the bad habits a chance to creep back into my life, because the last thing I want is to unconsciously let little bad habits slide and let these innocuous small bad habits form into big cancerous cells that will take away my life once again. That is something, quite honestly, I am a bit afraid of, because we can allow bad habits to slide and take over our lives so easily, because bad habits at the end of the day requires no effort. They require no effort and they deliver us the biggest reward in the moment, which is why instant gratification gets a lot of people, because they're so effortless and they give us so much pleasure in the moment. But as you guys may all know, if we divulge in instant gratification, then we'll never get to our goals. We'll never get to the person we want to become, because instant gratification, pleasure, complacency hinders us from reaching our full potential. And like all instant gratification, it is just so easy to repeat and it requires no effort whatsoever. So I am afraid that the bad habits can slip back into my life. But of course, to eliminate the chance of this happening is to keep ourselves busy. But obviously, for the past few days, I have not been keeping up with my busy schedule. Matter of fact, I have distracted myself multiple times from keeping up with my busy schedule. But that is also because, not that I can't stay focused, it is because that a part of me still haven't accepted my full transition, haven't really accepted my new identity yet. So every time I do succeed, every time I do see some big progress I'm making in my life, I tend to self sabotage. I tend to pull myself back, because there will be a part of me saying, "Hold on, David, are you sure you're good enough to move forward? Are you sure you're good enough to be better? Are you sure you don't want to just come back to this old life you were living before?" Like there's always this voice, this little devil, you may say, in the back of my head, always pulling me back when the moment I am about to be on a streak, the moment I am winning in life, there's just this limiting belief hindering me, squandering me, and just killing my momentum. And I figured that to be a identity issue, and that, quite frankly, there's still a part of me, maybe a big part of me, that doesn't believe that I can truly succeed. Now, I have said before that I have got over the fact that I don't believe that I can succeed. And matter of fact, I do believe now, but obviously my behaviors and actions still don't really line up with what I say to myself. So there's probably that still slight chance that I'm still not ready to own the things that I will own in life. I'm still not ready to conquer the world like I had said I will conquer. So revisiting this book, Atomic Habits, hopefully will unroot my deepest problems, unroot my true root problems, and just figure out from there onwards. But until then, I have a lot to figure out, and I hopefully you guys have done the same too. Hopefully you guys have figured some of your own issues out, and you guys have been able to move forward from that point onwards. But for me, at this point forward, there's still much for me to learn, but that does not mean I'm going to put all my work aside just to figure out my own problem. Because, like, one lesson I have learned in life is if we incessantly choose to do the right choices, if we always make the right decisions, our answers will come to us in abundance. If we sit around and do nothing, if we sit around just do the bare minimum, then our answers won't come to us. Our life won't become better. But if we just push ourselves, if we just push ourselves and do the right things multiple times, then our life will start becoming better. Then we will become better. We will actually change, and life will become more easier for us. But that can only happen if we start doing more positive habits than bad habits, and self-sabotaging, than saying that we are not good enough. Because in reality, we are just as good as we say we are in this world. So be positive if you haven't already, because positivity is really the sole thing that has been holding me on in this journey, that has been holding me on to believe that there is still a possibility that I can become who I want to become. Because without positivity, we're going to devote into this negative realm. We're going to fall back in this whirlpool, and that's going to suck all our life force away and leave us slanted, depressed, whatever means imaginary. It's just going to be a horrible place if we let negativity win over. Give yourself some hope, believe in yourself that everything is possible, and start acting accordingly to your belief. Now, if you guys haven't already done that, I strongly suggest just being grateful of your situation, just being grateful of your circumstance, because the truth is, someone will deeply wish that they would trade places with you, and you wouldn't recognize that because you haven't truly understood how fortunate you are to be where you are in life. So just acknowledge that. Just acknowledge that the things you have around you, and don't take that for granted. Understanding that will open your worldview to a different world, and understand that things around you are not taken for granted, and that they are given to you for a reason. So take good care of them. But that is all I want to say for today. I hope you guys had a wonderful day, and I do hope you guys learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. But until then, good night.